Hello viewers, it's Josie. Welcome back to Positive Poems, where I read positive and inspiring poems to help uplift your day. And today I'm going to read a narrative story poem I wrote called Song of Synchronicity. But before I do that, I want to read an excerpt of this book, The Positive Psychology of Synchronicity by Chris Mackey. He is an Australian clinical psychologist who regularly discusses the role of synchronicity in psychology. He's frequently on a Australian well-being TV show called Destination Happiness. I'm going to read a brief excerpt of the first chapter in this book. Carl Jung, the eminent Swiss psychiatrist, coined the term synchronicity in the mid-1920s. He didn't lecture or write about it until the 1950s, partly because it was so complex and difficult to explain. Nevertheless, he believed that synchronicity was of great importance, not only for his patients' well-being and fuller self-understanding, but also for his own, and he experienced it more and more frequently throughout his life. Jung defined synchronicity as the simultaneous occurrence of two meaningfully but not causally connected events. More broadly, the word can refer to any uncanny and meaningful coincidence that connects our inner and outer worlds, in a manner that suggests that our inner life and outer reality are somehow more synchronized than we might previously have imagined. Now, let me get into this poem. Part 1. Signs and Synchronicities. I worry. While watching a movie, I hear a character say, "Don't worry." I think of the word passion. I see the word passion on a book. I think of the word promise. I see the word promise on a book. Like anyone, I ask, when will we return to normal? I see the word normal on a few books, not even on the subject of the coronavirus. I remember on the day my dog crossed the Rainbow Bridge, I heard his name in a song. I think about polar bears. Next day, there's a news report on polar bears. I think about volcanoes. Next day, there's a news report about a volcano eruption. I hear the words high energy in a song. I see a sign for a restaurant called Energy Fuel. On St. Patty's Day, March 17th, I see the address 317 on a house. I knit while watching movies and TV. I see a character on TV knitting. In the car, I listen to the song Shape of My Heart from Leon the Professional. A truck with the name Leon in it passes by. On Easter, right after we sing Happy Birthday to my mom in the dining room, we hear someone sing Happy Birthday from the TV in the living room. I listen to a review of No Country for Old Men on YouTube. I see an old country road sign. I listen to a podcast review of The Tree of Life. They talk about nature and grace and the old nature versus nurture argument. At work, I open up The Soul's Code by James Hillman. As listed in the table of contents, there is an entire chapter devoted to nature versus nurture. Sometimes when I wonder when the movies I want to see will come out, I see an ambulant vehicle with the words "On Time" written on it. At a red light, the song Roxanne by the Police plays. Twice. Why is it that I just happen to Google certain actors, filmmakers, cinematographers, production designers, etc., whose birthday is either that day, the day before, or the day after? One day at Stop and Shop, there's a cashier with the same name as me. 2 days in a row, my mom finds a coin on the ground. I read The Positive Psychology of Synchronicity. It refers to I Ching and Joseph Campbell's Myths to Live By. I see both books at the library. I listen to the affirmation, I speak the word, and then I do not do anything until I get a definite lead. I see a video on YouTube called No Effort. I affirm to myself that I matter in the world. I see a book with the words, "You matter" on them. Part 2. questions for my higher self regarding synchronicity. Perhaps this is a movie where you are the actress and I am the role you are playing. Are so-called soul contracts basically like actor contracts? Are studio deals basically like deals with the universe? Are you a puppeteer pulling the puppet strings? Perhaps I'm detached like Pinocchio, and these strings are extra fingers of yours trying to tap me on the shoulder. Talk about string theory. Do you follow my every move and leave a trail of synchronicities? Perhaps you are leaving this trail to guide me back to your place as if I were an old friend or relative. I'm sorry for all the times I ignored you. Regardless, you always find a way to bring me back to you. Part 3. What does it all mean? I'll be deeply thinking about something, certain songs, books, actors, or movies, and then see or hear synchronicities related to thought about subjects. Perhaps my subconscious projects out hashtags in the 3D as what I hear and see. Algorithms based on thought and feeling. It is like I am walking inside my own brain, once a smooth plane, now overly populated with all that I've been indoctrinated. My subconscious records as my brain cells slam the keyboards. Sometimes I beg the question, if those I know are fact or fiction, is there a possibility that they're actually me? Is the universe trying to converse? What is it stating? What am I vibrating? All this analyzing is so overwhelming. Part 4, the collective and the individual. In a moment of clarity, upon synchronicity, you know that of course, you're one with universal force. Your thoughts and creativity are forms of radioactivity. Life, like a mirror, is reflective, a mirror that is interactive. As we've seen over the past year, it is evidently clear when enough of the collective's vibration is negative, we certainly see a global catastrophe. On the other hand, we now understand when vibrational wavelength is at its higher strength, we certainly see peace and harmony. Energy is contagious, collecting a consciousness, with so much revealed of what was concealed under the surfaces. Many rethought their purposes, underwent deep transformation and personal reformation. For in this game of real-life chess, there is no clean without the mess. At least for me, I know. Granted, I have ways to go. And as long as I live, even neatness is subjective. But no matter the catastrophe in our collective society, there's always room for a miracle within the individual. It is not my job to save the planet, but rather my own personal orbit. Even then, my own personal words can and do radiate outwards. At the end of the day, I'm learning the hard way, no matter if when movies are released, no matter if when cases decrease, no matter if when COVID ends, no matter if when I find a boyfriend. The only person who could set me free is the one and only me. I hope this poem put a smile on your face. If you like this video, you could click the like button and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Positive Poems. I also have on Instagram my page for movie-related stuff, Eclectic Movie Updates. You can follow me on Letterboxd at Eclectic Movies. And see you next time. This was a great way to end the month of April, which is National Poetry Month. I wanted to close out this month with a beautiful poem I've been working on the past couple weeks. I'm really glad I shared it. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Goodbye for now.